A note from the author. I've separated this story into parts for easier reading. You can find part 1 and 2 in my previous videos. Here's part 3. 1.76. The Shadow of Doubt. The letter shook Marcos deeply. If Raphael wasn't caught, then what was the point of everything? Of all the meetings, reunions, hope that flickered in some eyes when he visited shelters? His purpose, he felt, was to bring Raphael to justice. But how do you catch a shadow? His parents worried, urging him to rest, to not let this consume him. But Detective Silva understood. "We may not know where he is," she said, "but we know why. He wants to hide. He wants to make sure you don't find him. It's a cat and mouse game, and he thinks he's winning." Marcos stared at the photo of himself as a child. He thought he won with me, but he didn't. 182. Whispers in the Wind. Detective Silva discovered Raphael had briefly resurfaced in a town near the Portuguese-Spanish border. The locals described him as a quiet man with haunted eyes, always walking alone, never staying long. This time, though, there was a girl with him, maybe 10 or 12. She looked a lot like Lara. Had Raphael kidnapped another child? Silva and her partner drove to the village. They knocked on doors, showed pictures, asked questions. An old woman remembered seeing the pair in the market. "She looked scared," she said. "Didn't speak much." 187. Crossing Borders. Detective Silva obtained the surveillance footage from the market. Yes, it was Raphael and a girl. But who? Back at the facility, Marcos looked at Lara's file. There was a picture from a different angle, a less candid moment. His heart sank. It was Lara. The bracelet on her wrist was the same one he had seen in the store. She had been taken. Again, 191. Echoes in time. Months passed. The trail ran cold. Hope faded. Then, 6 months after Raphael's letter, a call came in. A boy about 12 had been found wandering near a beach in southern Spain, lost, confused, unable to speak. The police sent a photo to Marcos. He looked at it, tears pricking his eyes. It was him. Or rather, it was the part of him that Raphael had stolen. "I think I need to go to Spain," Marcos said quietly. 196. The boy in the sand. Marcos found the boy by the sea, curled up in a ball, clutching a blue cap. The sight broke his heart. "I knew you wouldn't come," Raphael said, appearing behind him. "I was right, wasn't I? Nobody comes to save me." Marcos turned, anger replacing fear. "Don't play games anymore, Raphael. Let me buy your freedom." "Freedom," Raphael scoffed. "There is no freedom from you, from me." Marcos felt a surge of determination. This man had stolen his life. He would make him pay. 201. The Forgotten Language. The boy resisted at first, flinching at touch, hiding when anyone approached. But Marcos was patient. He brought him toys, drawing materials, food. Little by little, the boy began to respond. At first, it was just sounds, then single words. Finally, a full sentence. "Daniel, I'm hungry." Hearing his old name sent chills down Raphael's spine. Was he losing his hold already? He watched Marcos playing with the boy, feeding him. And for the first time in 11 years, Raphael felt something other than triumph. Fear. Remorse. Guilt. 206. The House of Secrets. Marcos decided to take the boy home, to his parents. The joy was palpable. They welcomed the boy, showering him with love. It was like a scene from a storybook, but it gave Raphael nightmares. He stalked the family from afar, watching their happiness. They had no idea who he was, what he was capable of, and he intended to keep it that way. Then one day, he noticed the boy staring at a photo album. "Who are these people?" he asked. "My family," Marcos said, kneeling beside him. "This is me. That's my mom. My dad." The boy pointed to a picture of himself, confused. "And who's that?" Marcos froze. In the photo, Raphael could see himself, younger, holding the same blue cap. It was the only picture Raphael hadn't destroyed. 11. A web of memories. The truth hit them like a tidal wave. The boy didn't know his name. He didn't know anything about his past. For 11 years, Raphael had erased his identity, brainwashed him, made him into a silent ghost. He had succeeded until now. But how? Why? Looking into the boy's confused eyes, Marcos realized they both had the same question. Why did Raphael do this? He wanted answers, and he knew only one person who might have them. 216. The other side of the gate. Detective Silva was still searching for Raphael when Marcos found her. She had aged, but her eyes still held the same fire. She listened, stunned, as Marcos explained. He was gone. We were all gone, she said finally. But we weren't forgotten. I promised myself I wouldn't let that happen. Silva searched Raphael's abandoned house. She found nothing except a hidden compartment containing files. The names jumped out at her. Miguel Santos missing, Jose Pereira missing, Lara Oliveira missing,